Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So, haven't made one of these videos where I'm facing the camera in a little while. So this week there wasn't a lot in terms of mail. So I'm recording this on Super Bowl Sunday, a little bit earlier in the day. So hopefully, if you catch this during or after, hopefully you're enjoying the game. Uh, Not terribly interested in that matchup, to be honest. I'm not rooting for the Patriots, but at the same time, LA winning really doesn't do anything for me. I may catch a little bit here and there, but we'll see how that plays out. So, as far as on this week's mail, there wasn't a lot, but I will show off a handful of items that did come in. So first, I'll do a couple of books that I ordered off of eBay, and then at the very end, I'll do one more addition to that Jamie Benn collection that I've been working on. So first one is actually a bit of a random one, so I'll show it to you. So this is the Illustrated Baseball Card Price Guide, 1993 edition. So the truth is, why in 2019 would I even want this? It wasn't expensive, but what I was actually trying to do, unfortunately, with a lot of these things on eBay, they don't include pictures. So I was doing a best guess. What I was actually trying to order was what, as it turns out, was the 1992 edition. I was actually trying to get back my another copy of the one I had when I was younger. It's actually the one that got me interested initially in vintage baseball cards. I was interested in baseball cards growing up, but the 1992 edition of this, so the 93 is hardcover and the 92 is a soft cover copy. But what's cool about this one, and it is the same publisher, so that's how I was able to kind of figure it out. I was about 85% sure when I ordered it. But what I liked about it, and what I like about this one, this is a reasonable representation because they kept the format the same as the 92 edition, was that you had full color pictures. So hopefully, let me see there. I think, yep, you should be able to see that. So you were able to have full color pictures of the different sets, which is really awesome. It was basically the first exposure I had to a lot of the 50s and 60s and even 70s baseball cards. Now, what's funny is looking at the pictures here a little bit, I'm wondering if the pictures changed. I'm going to try to see. I might still have the 92 back in my parents' house. I don't know. But whether they do or they don't, it's going to be kind of interesting to see how they compare. Because the formatting is the same. Definitely, I saw some of the cards here. The prices were definitely updated from the 92 edition. Because I'm pretty sure the 52 Topps Mantle was $8,000 in the 92 edition, and it's $30,000 in the 1993 edition. Which kind of reflects what happened in the market. It was booming at the time. It is kind of funny, though, looking at some of the pictures. So this is the 1955 Bowman Mickey Mantle. So I think what you should be able to see there, hopefully, it's completely miscut. It's actually kind of funny. It's kind of interesting that clearly when they used the pictures, they didn't necessarily try to find the highest condition examples, but some of them were kind of interesting in terms of clearly they got those examples from somewhere. Some of the images are cut off a little bit. I remember it being a little bit crisper, a little bit cleaner in the version that I remember owning. However, if I can find it, it'll be kind of a fun comparison. So this one goes back to 1948 Bowman is the first set that's included in it, and you can see here from the coloration that they used pictures, I guess, of real cards. So if you can see the Yogi Berra versus the Enos Slaughter. So Yogi Berra right there, and Enos Slaughter. So you can definitely see that this coloration on this one versus this one. It is kind of an interesting throwback to look back at this, and also kind of see what the prices, you take it with a grain of salt, because I think Beckett, by that point, had established itself as kind of the de facto authority on pricing, so to speak, especially for the vintage cards. But it is kind of interesting to see the contrast. And this one goes all the way to 1993's hottest cards, which included Willie Green and Derek May, and you can see a little bit there. It's kind of interesting. And Juan Guzman, which is kind of fun. And you can see the different Juan Guzman cards that were hot at the time, quote unquote. It is funny though that in 93's hottest stars, this wouldn't have been a bad call because in 1993 the Blue Jays did win the World Series along with 92. But even on here, the Juan Guzman cards are, 10 to 20 cents for the Donruss and 15 to 25 cents for the Upper Deck. So not exactly super high end. And I think the last one on here is 1992 Upper Deck, which contains the Jim Thome Star rookie. It's kind of cool. So it's kind of fun. It was kind of fun to flip through the pages and check that out. So that is one book. The other one, I knew about it and I have seen the picture of it, so I did order exactly what I wanted to order. I knew it was a coffee table style book. I didn't realize how enormous it was. It's actually really nice. So this is the Collecting Sports Legends, written by Joe Orlando, who's associated with PSA. It's multi-sport, so it's all different sports, but it's full color, and the images on this are gorgeous. Like, look at that. A lot of PSA graded cards, obviously, not surprisingly. But they've got different themes on here. They've got autographs and, like, look at this. 1938 Gaudi Joe DiMaggio and a Diamond Stars. Thing's hefty. There you go. You can see pretty well. Ugh. Yeah, you gotta kind of make sure you're holding on to this one to handle it. But fantastic images. The actual book is in great condition. As far as a coffee table book, I'll definitely have some fun going through, taking some time. And oh, there you go, the 1993 Gaudi Lou Gehrig. I'll definitely have some fun taking some time to scroll through this book. Along the same lines, kind of thematically sticking with the theme, it is kind of fun when you do have these kind of coffee table books where you can really get a sense and look at different cards that you might not be able to have access to otherwise. So it's kind of cool. So this one's got a T201 and the T205 gold border Cy Young. So check this one out. Look at that. The T201 is kind of a cool set, and the T205 is kind of a classic set there in the corner. You got Christy Mathewson T205 here, and I think over in the edge you've got Walter Johnson over there on the side. Really, really nice. It has a section for autographs. It's got, what they would call T206s, of course. It's got what it's called. I think this is the book that has the quote-unquote top 250 cards in the hobby. And then obviously on page 1, you've got the Honus Wagner and the Mickey Mantle. Once I've had a chance to look at it a little bit further, I may talk about this a little bit later. You got the ad in the back. But it's a really nicely done book. I think I got this for maybe about 10 US. The shipping was obviously much more because maybe it was about $20. But for 30 bucks, this is phenomenal. Really nice book, and I'll be kind of glad to look through it and take my time having a peek at that one. So, last but certainly not least, I don't want the video to take too long. I did make a pickup for my Jamie Benn collection, my rookie year collection. So this one's a parallel to one of the regular base rookie cards. This is the Iced Medallion version for Jamie Benn. So I'm going to adjust the focus, hopefully, so you'll be able to see it a little bit closer. So right now it's kind of blurry. Let me see if I can adjust that. I'm doing that on the fly. There we go. So you can see that. So the main difference is kind of the background behind the main picture of the player. And it is numbered to 25. I don't know if you can quite make that out. Hopefully you can with the lighting. It is a cool card, and it is graded by Beckett, which isn't really necessary. Sorry. There we go. It isn't really necessary, and I didn't really care. I didn't pay any extra for that. However, it was not inexpensive. Unfortunately, a lot of these rookie year Jamie Benn ones inflated a lot after he won the scoring title a couple of years back, and the pricing I don't think has really come down on it yet. But when the card is limited to 25 and it is the rookie year one, rookie year parallel, these don't crop up all the time. They do come up from here and there, and it is kind of a cool parallel. So, still chipping away at that. I do have a couple that should be coming in. So part of the slow mail week was that I'm waiting for a ComC order to come in. I did order a handful of other cards, but it's going to be slow pickings. I did go really crazy in December and January. So hopefully, once we get into February, I probably will start ordering a couple more things, and we'll see how that goes. So that's all for me today. Enjoy the football game if you haven't already caught it, or if you see this later on, you'll already know what happened. And I will see you in the next video. Thanks for watching.